Hello everyone, my name is James and I have high-functioning autism. Many people on the autism spectrum have special interests, which are often called obsessions. This is often characteristic of their hyper-focused nature of their condition. I have posted many videos where I talked about how my obsessions can benefit us as those on the autism spectrum. I brought up some of my obsessions in previous videos. However, I thought it would be fun to share some of my other special interests, and that is my obsession with lightning. Ever since I was younger, I have been fascinated with lightning. I think lightning is awesome. It is so intense. Lightning storms get my adrenaline pumping. Whenever a lightning storm approaches, I get goosebumps. I have always been interested in electricity, and I have always been interested in lightning as a tremendous form of electricity. A single bolt of lightning is 300 million volts and 30,000 amps. If you do the calculations correctly, that is enough electricity to power 56 average-sized houses continually for a day. It amazes me how a huge bolt of electricity that can deliver such power can simply come from a cloud floating in the sky. If you happen to be living in the same city that I live and start hearing thunder, you could bet money that I'll be watching that storm. I enjoy lightning for most of my life. However, this is not to say when I was a little kid I enjoyed it. When I was a little kid, lightning used to terrify me. I've always been interested in electricity, but I had no idea what lightning was. I remember my mom saying, "Look at this lightning storm. Look at how awesome it is." And remember being so terrified, I would cover my eyes. Whenever there was a lightning storm, I used to hide under my bed so I couldn't see the lightning. I often didn't play outside because I was afraid that there would be a thunderstorm. Whenever it was cloudy, I would stay inside because I didn't want to get startled by the sudden thunder. At night, I stayed indoors, even during the winter, because I was afraid I would suddenly see lightning outside. As my interest in electricity grew, I was told that lightning is also a form of electricity. One day, when I was in Michigan, I decided to confront my fears and watch a good lightning storm while we were driving. I realized, wow, it is electricity, and I thought it was the most fascinating thing ever. Ever since the day I saw that lightning storm, I became obsessed with lightning. Since then, I tried to watch every possible storm I could. When a lightning storm approached, I used to get very excited. As a kid, I often climbed up onto the roof of my house so I can get a better view of lightning during lightning storms. The neighbors next door thought I was nuts for doing that. They would often tell me to get off the roof, but I didn't listen to them. I would ride my bike across town during lightning storms too, so I could also see more lightning. I remember sitting under a tree one time, and some neighbors called the police, and boy, I got in trouble. Obviously, this wasn't a smart idea, and I didn't realize how often lightning strikes tall objects, and I have many photographs to prove that. During the summer though, I used to watch the Weather Channel every day. I could hum the jingles and memorize the announcers said on the ads verbatim. I used to draw pictures of them all the time. People in my classroom always thought the pictures I drew were cool. I remember one time I misbehaved in 3rd grade and got punished and had to sit in for recess. A lightning storm happened to hit during recess and I didn't get to watch it because my desk was positioned far away from the window. I was so upset of missing that storm, I got sent to the principal's office. One time a big lightning storm hit during the night and I slept through it. The next day when I was at camp, a bunch of people told me about the lightning storm and asked me if I saw it, and I realized I missed it. I ended up having meltdowns all day long because I was so upset for missing that storm. As I got older, my interest in watching lightning eventually transformed into photographing lightning. As an adult now, I take pictures of lightning all the time as a dedicated hobby. I still obsess about lightning today. The only difference now, I use my phone to track storms instead of watching the Weather Channel. Whenever there's a lightning storm, I often jump into my car and try to chase the storm. Then when I find a good location where I could really see lightning, I set up my tripod and I photograph them. How do you take pictures of lightning, you might ask? Well, I'll show you. First, you find a scene that looks really nice that doesn't have too many bright street lights to cloud your frame up. Secondly, you take a DSLR camera and mount it on a sturdy tripod, not something flimsy like this. And then third, focus your camera to infinity. And then fourth, determine whether your lightning pictures are during the day or during the night. If it's during the day, I usually set my shutter speed to a below average speed, such as 1/30th of a second. Then you start clicking away. Try to get a lightning bolt. It can be hard, but if you keep trying, you'll get one. At night, When you take pictures of lightning at night, you'll find it can be much easier to get lightning because you can use a much longer shutter speed to get the lightning because it's dark. I usually set my shutter speed to about 10 to 15 seconds. Then I set my f-stop to about an average range, such as f15. If you open up your f-stop too wide, lightning can overexpose your picture. I set the ISO on both daytime and nighttime shots at 100 ISO. And finally, most importantly, I bring this plastic bag and I put it over the camera like this to protect it from sprinkles that could land on the camera. If you see the rain coming, get the heck out of there. Not only you want to protect your equipment, but you want to be safe too from the approaching lightning. I really love this hobby. I love it so much that I know safety is #1 priority to allow me to enjoy it. I love photographing lightning, but it can be a very tough hobby. Chasing storms and not missing the lightning is even harder. I've missed many storms in the past and missed many good shots from making wrong choices and not predicting where the storm went. There were also times where I did get to the right locations just on time and missed amazing opportunities to get once-in-a-lifetime lightning shots from bad luck and doing stupid things like not charging my camera or making sure my memory card was too full. One time I almost got a close-up shot of a lightning bolt hitting a McDonald's sign. I literally had the camera framed and had things focused and the lightning bolt hit and the timing was just perfect except for the fact I didn't trigger the camera. And it could have been so easy for me to do. Since then, I tried to get that same shot every year since then, but still haven't been able to get that shot even 5 years later. And it's hard to not feel guilty about that. Another time, I almost got a shot of lightning hitting a power line. One time there was the solar eclipse, and right before the solar eclipse happened, there was a lightning storm that decided to hurry up and try to chase and get a lightning shot before the peak of the solar eclipse. I set my camera up in front of a power line and a lightning bolt struck it. However, I didn't take it because my memory card on my camera was full and I missed a really good shot. Not to mention, with the solar eclipse happening during the day, it made the background look really cool. Worse, I ended up missing the solar eclipse because I ended up staying longer hoping I would get another chance of lightning hitting the power line. Trying to get that shot again caused me to miss more storms years later too, which made things even worse. This is a hobby that can be very distressing sometimes when you miss really good shots. It can be hard to deal with negative emotions such as anxiety and guilt when this sort of thing happens. However, I've learned to cope with it through the various tools that I've shared in other videos, such as the video about coping with anxiety. I found these strategies in coping with anxiety very helpful. And if you want to watch that video, please watch my coping with anxiety video. In spite of the fact that photographing lightning can be hard and I've missed very many good shots that I regret in the past, it is still a fun and thrilling experience. I always get excited for the summer because I love to storm chase and photograph lightning. Right now I'm really happy that it's spring because that means summer is coming soon. Photographing lightning in very big storms have brought some of my best memories during the summer. Here are some photographs of lightning that I did take so far during my years of storm chasing. As I storm chased and photographed lightning, I have seen interesting things happen in regards to lightning. In this video, lightning struck an antenna tower. I was standing right beneath it in my car. I prayed to God that I wouldn't get hit by the lightning, and the moment I said amen, lightning hit the tower. It's interesting. Look at the bright part of the bolt in this picture. This means the bolt was heading right towards me, but it appears that the bolt curved right back up and hit the tower instead. In this photo, it might be hard to see exactly where the bolt struck, but it almost hit a hotel full of people, but instead it curved back up and hit a tree instead. It's interesting how this bolt came so close to striking that hotel, but decided to change direction last minute and strike something else. Look at this picture. The lightning bolt in the sky almost goes parallel to the skyline of trees where I took the lightning. This lightning picture of lightning, where I took a picture of a church as the foreground, almost seems to go right through the cross. It has always been my goal to take close-up shots of lightning bolts striking power lines. I came very close to getting one at least twice, but didn't because of things like the memory card being full. However, in this picture, I was surprised this lightning bolt didn't strike the power line. Instead, this lightning bolt came barely 2 feet from the wires in pylon, instead hit something much lower next to it all the way down to the ground. I was surprised this lightning bolt didn't strike it. Instead, this lightning bolt came barely 2 feet barely 2 feet from the wires in pylon tower. And then instead of hitting it, it went down next to the tower and hit something much lower next to it, all the way down on the ground. You would think since this power line was so high up from the ground that it would have struck it, but it didn't. I guess this is a good thing though, since people would have probably lost power anyway. I'm often surprised at how often I see more than one lightning bolt striking the same time. Sometimes lightning will strike 2 or more completely different locations, often several miles apart. Watch this video of a map where it shows lightning bolts striking in real time from a lightning tracker and showing how different lightning strikes that strike around this map. Watch how far different lightning bolts strike from different storms at the same time. You'll notice some of these bolts strike exactly the same time, but are at least 300 miles apart. This makes me wonder, is there more stuff that is unknown about lightning? Is there an unknown force that is yet to be discovered that causes lightning to strike? Maybe there's an unknown phenomenon that makes lightning strike at certain times, thus causes several lightning bolts in different locations to strike at the same time, which is why you see lightning bolts strike simultaneously several miles apart. I think this is an interesting mystery that is yet to be discovered. If you know any more information as to why lightning strikes simultaneously, please let us know in the comments. Well, I'm happy to be interested in lightning, and I find it a fascinating subject of interest that I was actually scared of at first. Obviously, I don't want to get struck by lightning now. However, when I hear a lightning storm, chasing a lightning storm is top priority because I love lightning to the bottom of my heart. Do you enjoy lightning? If so, please share your experiences of what makes you enjoy lightning in the comments below. Have you taken any photographs of lightning? Please share the links in the comments too of some of your photographs so we can all look at them. Also, if you have any other ideas of future topics or future videos that I could talk about, also, please let me know in the comments below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stay healthy, embrace your interests, love yourself, and if you're into lightning, or if this video to cause you to become a bit more interested in lightning by chance, make sure safety comes first. Thanks for watching and have a great day.